Hey guys, this is Heather from healthyveganrecipes.net. Today we're going to make a salad with an avocado dressing, which is something that if you haven't tried it before, it is phenomenal. I've been thinking about showing this to you for a long time now, and for some reason I haven't yet. So today's the day, and you can get the recipe over on the website healthyveganrecipes.net, and in the video I'll show you exactly how to make it. Now, today's video goes along with the nutrition blog over at healthyeatingstartshere.com. I've been talking about detoxes this month and cleanses, which don't have to be extreme. They can actually be really simple diets that you could eat for a long period of time. But the idea behind using them as a cleanse is that if you really simplify your diet, it will allow your body to process things that it normally might have trouble with. So one of the best ways to simplify and clean up your diet is to go with just whole foods. So nothing processed. And one of the things that often trips us up as vegans is salad dressing. And that often trips up anybody, no matter who, because salad dressings actually have quite a lot of salt. They sometimes have sugar. They often have preservatives and chemicals and things like this that interfere with your body's normal processes. So making your own salad dressing is fantastic. And then going one step further and making your own salad dressing from whole food ingredients is even better. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. And I'm going to start with a beet, because they were really nice in the store this week. So I'm going to do my beet raw because it's lunchtime for me actually, and I like beets raw occasionally, and I don't really like to wait for them to cook. So you can either do it raw or you can boil it to whatever cookedness you like. And I'm going to show you a tool that I've been separated from for quite some time now, but recently unpacked since we moved, and that is ta-da! My spiralizer. So I'll show you how this works. So I have this spiralizer here. There are a lot of different types. This one works vertically, which I like because I can go with the force of gravity. And basically what happens is there's a slicing blade and a shredding blade. I don't really know what to call that, but it's got little teeth in it. So what happens is as the beet goes through here, or whatever vegetable you're doing, it gets sliced that way, and then it gets sliced that way, so that you come out with little noodles. And I'll show you those when we do it. A lot of people have trouble with using these, and there are a couple tricks that I learned through trial, error, and online searching. One of the first things you need to do is make sure that the cuts on either end are parallel to each other. So I'm cutting off the top of the beet, and then I can see this line here. So I want to get as close as possible to that line on the other side of the beet. So even though it's a little bit off from where you might cut if you were just cutting off the end of the beet, you want to make sure it's parallel to that. And it doesn't have to be exact, but the closer the better. See? Do, and yeah, don't cut yourself when you do that. Okay, and then you just have to peel this beet. So there you go, all peeled. You can either use a peeler, or if you get really good, you can just use your knife and cut it thinly. Now, when you're eating raw beets, the key to being able to digest them is to cut them up really finely. So you can either cut it up fine, or use a spiralizer, or whatever other method you enjoy. You can also use a spiralizer if you're cooking your beets. It will make it easier to spiralize. Let me back the camera up for a sec. So what happens here is you turn the crank, and that beet will go through. And sometimes it just needs a little bit more downward pressure. And then out the other end comes these very cool spirally noodles. They'll get really long. I tend to chop these up when I'm putting them in a salad. Otherwise, you put your fork in and you get the endless noodle. So there's my beautiful spiralized beets. They almost look like hair in there. And when you spiralize, you'll wind up with a small section at the end that doesn't get noodleized. That one I just cut up as small as possible and throw them in there. Now I've also got some kale chopped up behind here, which I'm just going to massage with my hands to wilt it. You can also use any kind of green you like here. Lettuce, spinach, a spring mix, sprouts, excellent, whatever you got. Massaging kale really softens it up and makes it much more edible than it is when it's rough. Use a bit of salt here as well, it'll help to soften, but you don't need it. And then once I get this massaged, I'm also going to chop up a tomato and add that in there. You'll notice that all of my ingredients are raw. I think raw is an excellent way to do a detox or a cleanse. I don't think it's necessary in order to cleanse. I think the key here is that all of the foods I'm using are whole foods. Okay, so if you want to cook this, that's also fine, but just stick with the whole foods and it'll help your body cleanse, make things much easier. Won't get any interference from those processed preservatives, chemicals, whatever they put in there. Just a good idea to get a break from them for a while. And again, if you want more info on detoxing, head over to my nutrition blog, healthyeatingstartshere.com. So I've kept you guys a little bit in suspense so far. We've got our salad put together, everything's good over there, and now it is time to get to that delicious avocado dressing I promised you.